1 second. Appears to be some difficulties with the technology today. Okay, so now we're set. Thank you very much for the help, guys. Hello, welcome everybody for this AMA, together with Strindberg, hosting some Ask Me Anything, some questions that you might have regarding the game updates, whatever you feel like you want to ask, basically. So let's just jump straight to it. So we have this both on Discord and on this Zoom link today. I will record this.
Recording in progress.
So we can add the questions to our channels online for players unable to attend right now. We will be gathering the questions here on Zoom in the chat box. The Discord AMA doesn't allow us to so we're live on Discord now as well. I forgot to unmute with the technicalities. So we will be gathering all the questions on Zoom because we don't have the text message function on Discord. So if you have any questions, please join us on the Zoom link. It's in the announcement channel, and we just get straight to it, I guess. First time for Strindberg for the AMAs.
So happy to be here.
You've seen him on the tutorial videos. He's doing a lot of calls as well at the moment out to the community. He's going to be handling a lot of this moving forward as well. So you will be seeing more of him moving forward. So Andreas, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I'm just really happy to be here, and I'm really excited to hear what you guys want to ask us. And I really hope that we can enlighten you in many of the topics that you are wondering about. And when we're done with this AMA, I truly believe that you will be much more educated in what is coming and what we can help you with.
Yeah, that's awesome. As you all are aware of, we have many things happening at the moment in PlanetIX, which is super cool. We want to share as much as possible with you. And I guess we just jump straight to it. And unfortunately, we only gather questions in English. We don't read Chinese and the Korean yet. Hopefully we can do so. Also for everyone that's here, if you see any questions and you speak Chinese or Korean, please translate them for everybody to see. Okay, may I know when IXT listed on public exchange? So yeah, I mean, all the decentralized exchanges are public, but I guess you mean the central exchanges. So we have been sharing some news about this the last couple of weeks. It's in the roadmap now for Q2 to be listed on the central exchanges, and we intend to keep that promise or the plan. When exactly and which is yet to be announced. What I can say is that we are negotiating and creating partnerships with tier 1, 2, and 3 central exchanges. So just stay put, and we will be announcing that soon. Hello from Australia, Philippines. It's so amazing. We have this community from over 150 different countries. It's really nice to see. That's also why we try to keep these AMAs at 3 p.m. Central European time, so people from all over the world can attend them. Next question, territory NFTs are out for areas. When will sectors and domains start to happen? Yeah, well, so that's also in the pipeline. Moving forward now, the reason why we start with areas is because it's easier to achieve, as you are aware of. We also put this kickstarting bonus to the areas, so you can get started, you can stake your territories and get some rewards. But we're seeing people already creating sector zones and domains. Actually, we've seen a couple of domains. They're not minted to domains, so what's a reasonable time frame? I would say starting in a month, 1 to 2 months, and then we will see areas, or sorry, sectors, zones, and domain happening. It's good that you already are thinking about that. What happens to inactive players that have left PlanetIX? So yeah, this is all part of the Web3 transition. Sorry, Strindberg, I'll let you take the next one.
Yeah, no worries.
So, okay, there's different scenarios, right, with inactive players. I guess this question comes from people not accepting bids, because that's what's being highlighted at the moment. We have different solutions for that. We are trying them out and discussing how to proceed, but we will keep everyone informed and posted in regards to this. We will also make some calls to the community, so you will all have your say in it, how we wish to proceed. But yeah, if we stop at the marketplace, there is inactive players that owns picks that's being listed or getting bids in the marketplace. There's, however, more players than inactive players. So I would say overall, it's still possible to create your territories. But like I said, it's a bit complicated as well, because people have bought their picks, they paid money for it. It's not easy for us we can't just remove the picks or give the picks to somebody else, right? Because this is Web3. We have true ownership of the picks. It's connected to the wallet. But again, we don't want to limit the game and like not tackle these obstacles. So I mean, we are aware of this situation, and we are working and aligning whether how to proceed. It's probably going to be different solutions for different time periods of inactiveness and where the pix is located and so forth. So we have different solutions. That's what we can say.
And also, we have to remember that this is a strategy game. So some players, some people, they might find a different way than we are playing, or that we and the community normally is playing. So, but they might lose in the end, because as you have seen, we are creating our territories already, and if they snooze, they lose. So for them, it's their loss. And obviously, if we continue to create our territories already now, we who are active players, we will probably gain more profit from doing so.
Yeah, and it goes back to what I've been talking a lot about recently, the level 1 and level 2 assets in the game. The level 1 assets is the picks. They are non-productive, which means that they don't bear any yield with them. You don't get any reoccurring revenue from only your picks. The only way to make profit with the picks is if somebody wants to buy them at a higher price. So that is a strategy for some players to wait and hope that the price goes up and the demand increases, so they will get higher bids. That's a strategy we have to accept it. It's a free market as well. On the other hand, what we do encourage people based on how we see the game develop at the moment, there's a lot of picks being like surrounded by a territory. So if you have less than 10 picks in an area, outlier, sorry, if you have less than 10 picks inside the territory, there's really no one to buy your picks, because it only makes sense for the territory owner to buy these picks. We have some pictures. I've been posting them on Discord, so you can have a look at game strategies. It's one of the announcement channels. But my point is that the level 2 assets in the game, that's the next step. And I've talked about this so many times. We didn't create this game to stop at picks, because you buy picks, you create your territories. When you have your territories, that's a productive asset. You stake your territories, you get rewards in the token. Another level 2 asset is the IXT, the token itself, which you gain from selling your picks, and then you can stake your token. And the third level 2 asset currently in the game is the landmark shares, which you will acquire through the raffles. So what I mean with this is, don't stop at picks. What we're seeing now, of course, you can be lucky, the price can increase, but I think it's important that we tell everybody and share this notion that we're realizing now. It's the level 2 assets of the game that would bear the higher yield. So I hope that answered the question. The rewards we're getting from LP staking, are they LP token or IXT? This is when I see your rewards, etc. Is it 594 IXT or 594 LP token? Okay, so yeah, that's a good question, valid point.
This is from the LP staking on our website.
On IX Foundation.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have different staking pools. As you know, we have the single IXT. We have 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. And the APY, the return, is fluctuating based on the level of the total amount staked. But then in addition to this, we have LP staking. LP staking is that you stake a token that you get from providing liquidity in our liquidity pools on the decentralized exchanges. So SushiSwap and QuickSwap, for example. So if you provide liquidity in those pools so people can trade, because it's decentralized exchange, you get an LP token back. It's like a proof of you staking to provide liquidity. And you get that token, and you use that token to stake on IX Foundation. So IX Foundation doesn't have its own pool. Just want to clarify that. But you take this token and you stake it in the staking pool, and then you get reward from doing that. Those rewards are IXT. All the rewards you're getting is IXT. And this is quite high level of decentralized finance. So I really understand if it's news to some people, or if it's too advanced. We intend to create these tutorials and to let people know about everything that's happening. Okay, next question. I'll read and then you go ahead, Strindberg. We like to search picks with new filters more and more, very precise and easy to use. However, it would be perfect and great if it can display the total number of picks and the total number of every tier and the total number of different partitions, okay, at the same tier, for example. Yeah, so basically an inventory count.
That's a good point. It will be a lot easier for everyone to see the amount of picks on each tier in a list. We will add it and we will discuss it internally, see how we can develop a better system for you guys. on for us as well, of course.
Yeah, because we had this before, as you know. It's in the pipeline to be added in this new update as well. The to just dig deeper on that, the only the only not solution, the only alternative that we're discussing now is, do we want to have the inventory count in the marketplace, or do we want to have it in the new terminal that we're building, your player profile, basically the bigger inventory, if we put it like that. But of course, there's a lot of players wanting this feature, and it's definitely in the scope to be added quite soon. Next question from Runkan. I would like to know that the IXT that we bought from IX Foundation, was it split into 3 airdrops, or was it come in the full amount?
Well, it was split into 3 installments. So the first 2 installments, they were a third each.
This is the IX Foundation. So this is the private sale, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So yeah, we had 2, or we actually only have 1 airdrop, but I assume that you mean that this is the private sale, and the private sale was in 3 payouts. If you invested less than $50,000 in back in September, October, November, when we had the private sale. If you invested more than $50,000, you will get it paid out over 6 payouts, 6 installments. And if you invested more than $100,000, you get it over 12 months. All of this should be accessible for you to have a look at in the wallet.pix.foundation, where you sign in with your magic link. And this is only for the investors of the token when we started the token back in October, November. But we can also mention the airdrop that we initiated when we launched the token. And this was based on the P-Euro spent in the game during the beta phase before November 22nd.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what is being paid out in 3 installments. The 2 first installments will be a third each, and the third will be divided into 4 more installments. So in total, it will be 6 installments, but 1/3 each. So
yeah, and also to this, the next coming airdrops, which is in 4 installments a year, in a time frame of a year, starting in June 22nd, I believe it is. That airdrop will be based not only on P-Euro spent in game during the beta phase, because now we have new requirements to get a hold of these airdrops. This is something we will talk more about in 10 days. 15th of May is in the roadmap for releasing the entire scope of these new airdrop tokens. But yes, you have received 2 if you spend P-Euros in the game, and that's and we can also touch on that point now, that the second airdrop that we paid out, we had some issues with the contract, so we double and triple spent amounts to some players, because how the smart contracts work is that we have an allocation that we take down to a new contract, where we pay out the tokens for the airdrop. We emptied that wallet, but the unfortunate error was that we paid out double and triple to a lot of players. So that's why when we came down the list and run out of tokens, we were unable to keep paying out the airdrop tokens. This is also something we've been talking about, because we need those players to send back the tokens in order for us to keep going, because it's locked tokens in the contract. However, we have come up with a halfway solution. So what we will do is that we will take 50% of those tokens from our own treasury, so we can keep resuming the airdrop. And then the additional 50% we will need from the community to send back if you receive double or triple. We will start making this progress quite soon as well. So yes, there is another airdrop. Several questions. Good. One, some incoming bids disappeared. Is that an issue?
It's something we are trying to solve to make sure you all guys will see the incoming bids again. The reason why they disappeared, we are not 100% aware of yet. We are still investigating it. And I know the devs have been looking into different solutions to get the bids back. However, the picks that you have received incoming bids on, they are not gone. And we can only hope that the guys or the girls who are interested in buying them will place another bid for you to accept or reject, obviously, if you find it not good enough.
Yeah, so this is a front-end issue that we faced when we made the update. So all the bids didn't appear as they should. They have been coming back for most players, but it's still, still a bit in between. Unfortunate error. Second question, how do you save a favorite view? I think we have a tutorial on this, or a tutorial coming up on how to navigate in the different views.
Yes, so this will be produced as soon as possible, and I hope we have it ready
But
early next week.
if we just pull up the game, you can see my screen. You have a...
you need to go to Explore mode, and once you're in Explore mode, you will be able to save your map view.
Which button is it?
No,
Andreas?
from Explore mode. You need to enter the Explore mode.
Explore mode.
And in the top corner of the screen, or in the top corner of the menu, the map, you will have 4 different buttons. One that is looking like a heart. That's the save map view.
Yeah.
And you cannot save a map view from inventory. You can only do it from Explore mode. And you need to enter Explore mode to be able to see this button.
Yeah. But again, tutorials will come. So you and Strindberg will also do some live sessions when he's playing the game, so you can follow along and see how the pros is doing.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a very sophisticated game. There's a lot of functionalities and a lot of buttons. So yeah.
Yeah. And I see trade history will show all trades. As of yet, trade history has only been showing trades that have been on the chain, already minted picks. We are changing this. I have no set date of when we can deploy the new updates or how the future trade history will look like and what it will be called, but this will change. You will be able to see everything that you have bought and sold, and hopefully in the very near future.
Yeah.
And I do understand that you're all wanting this because it's quite difficult to keep track of what you've been buying and selling if you cannot see it in your trade history.
So also bear in mind that we are still developing the marketplace especially and the entire game as a whole. So features like this will come and we are working on them. Okay, next one here. Some people putting a marketplace prices greater than all I see that will be circulated. Yeah, of course, we can probably put in a higher limit to bids. It's a bit ridiculous when we see these bids as well. However, it's a free market. You don't need to interact with those bids. But of course, we can figure out the solution for this, so it's not getting ridiculously high. When will all green show like red dots?
Well, it's starting to show.
Yeah.
And it's not 100% working yet, but it's starting to show. I had good times today, and I had less good times today when showing red and green at the same time. But yes, this is we are testing it, and before we will deploy it properly, we need to make sure everything is operating the way it should do.
Seems to be some issues with the audio for especially Discord, so we just try to avoid that. But yeah, of course, green dots will appear. Need Chinese translation. Yeah, I mean, feel free to contact us if you have any improvements or solution to these AMAs. I know that many of the Chinese speaking community members are hosting their own AMAs. I'm for one attending tomorrow in one. So yeah, let's figure that out. How drones will help us to earn in future and for how many years? So okay, we are entering the IXE ecosystem with the drones, the new in-game corporations. We have Y Space, we have New Land. There's a lot of things happening in the future development of play-to-earn features in the game. So the drones is the catalyst. It's the first step of this. They are, as you know, they are collecting waste. The waste will you then use to exchange for IXE tokens, which you then will use in this new ecosystem to get your facilities, to upgrade drones. So you're entering a new world. We call it the miniverse. So it's like an own metaverse inside the PlanetIX metaverse. So yeah, this will happen in a very near future. We are working on the last details of the entire tokenomics aspect behind it. So yeah, a lot of new features will come, and the reason also why, because I mean the token in itself is an ERC20 token. That's quite easy to roll out. The contract's already, everything is set. What we, however, want to assure is that we don't just release a token that will either inflate or crash. So we need to take all the metrics into consideration and really create a sustainable new economy inside the miniverse. But I mean, if you purchase drones, this is also something we've said before. There will be no more drones in PlanetIX. We have capped the sale. There's the only drones that will be circulating is the ones you bought. So if new players enter the game, they will need to buy from you or borrow, because we're adding this lending and borrowing feature as well in the game. Also, if you bought a drone, so every drone equals to 1 share of Y Space. So when Y Space, the in-game corporation, will sell more things other than the drones, the part of the revenue will go to the shareholders, which is the players that bought drones. So very soon the drones will be mintable. So you will be able to claim your drone on chain through the same wallet address, and then they will be tradable on the marketplace and on other marketplaces as well. Please help me to understand something. The rewards we are getting for LP staking are the LP. Okay, so that's the same question. Why is it so hard to see our own picks most of the time? We covered that as well.
Yeah, but if you have troubles or issues seeing them, you need to just zoom in to the map. The closer you get to the map, the better view you get of what's on the map, the more picks are visible.
And same with your bids and incoming bids. it's all due to this latest update where we increased the map speed a lot. I hope everybody's satisfied with the improvements that we made with the map. And personally, I think the devs have been doing an amazing job to get everything to work this smooth. They've been working really hard for a long time to get it work. But it's front end, it's what's showing. Also, we touched upon it before. The blockchain is the validator. That's the infrastructure. What's shown in your listings, your bids, that's the front end thing. So the connection there is what's causing the delay. But again, we're working on it, and we're always developing. This is only the beginning. We just entered the next phase of the game now. Later today or tomorrow, at the latest, we will introduce territory staking, which is the first play-to-earn staking model in the game. How to gain more IXT?
Well, there's
How do you do it?
How do you do it? Several ways, I guess. You can trade picks. Trading picks is a really good way of gaining more IXT.
Yeah.
And what is worth thinking of is that when you strategize your game, you can probably not, unless you have an unlimited amount of picks and an unlimited amount of money or crypto in form of IXT, you cannot build territories all over the map. So if you focus on creating territories on some areas of the map, let's say 5 places, one area in outlier, one area in uncommon, common, rare, and legendary, and you focus on these 5 spots, the rest of the picks you can sell. And from selling picks, you will gain IXT. And what can you do with IXT? Well, you can stake it, as Christopher was saying in the past. You are able to stake it, and from that you will earn rewards in the form of IXT. But you can also reinvest the funds that you took from one place of the map and place it on the map where you're creating your territory. So you're basically moving funds from one place to another.
So yeah, to sum that up, good covering. It's basically just to play the game. That's how you get rewarded by IXTs, and that's the in-game token that we have for the game. Can you clarify the difference on the APY on staking compared to this super boost? In example, 4 times of 4 months, but APY on dashboards shows 63.97%. Yeah, so the APY is the annual percentage yield, which is the compounded value of your tokens that you will earn in a year time. That's how it's calculated. We have APR and APY. So APR is used for the 5-day ROI, return on investment, metrics that we have. So yeah, it's basically the total. If you were to stake the same amount of tokens for a year, that's the amount of the percentage you will get back. In which stage, sector, or zone will share smart contract with others? So all the things with the DAO, the teamwork, that's not the function of which state the territory is in. So you will keep, you can play the game on your own, you can play with friends. We will be introducing these functions the further the game progresses. So I hope that was answering your question. It's an honor to be here in your webinar from Philippines. Thank you for educating us about PlanetIX.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I mean, we really want to be more available for you. It's fun. We get to know you a bit better. We understand what type of questions you're having, which phases you are in the game.
We're basically learning each other. We learn from you as much as we try to educate you. Without your input, we wouldn't be able to grow and progress the way we're doing today. Your input is invaluable to us.
Yes.
Because you're trying this every day. you are finding errors that we are not able to find. We are working with this full time, which means we cannot play the game full time. Some of you probably have more time than we do to play the game, which means that you have together combined, all of you, the amount of time you have spent playing PlanetIX compared to the 35 people of us at the bureau is, so much more, which means that every input we can get from you is invaluable for us, and we can only try to understand what you want us to change.
Yeah, and we're super grateful for all the input. We're glad that you take the time to inform us about what challenges you're facing. So never stop with that. Even if we don't have time to answer every single one of the questions or the issues, we see almost everyone. I can assure you that, and we're doing our best to provide a good game that fits everybody. Greeting from Colombia. Hola Leo, ¿qué tal? Which is more beneficial, holding the territory or selling it?
Well, if you have, if you know the future, please tell me. We don't know. Staking a territory is great, but it's also an asset that you can hold for the rest of your life. You can pass it forward to your kids, your grandkids. It is an asset which you can stake, which will give you a revenue. What it's worth in the future, we cannot tell. We can assume it will grow in value. As pigs become scarce, the supply decreases, and normally in economics, the demand increases, and it will be the same thing with territories.
Yeah. So you tell me in 3 months what's
please.
most beneficial, and I'll make sure to share with everybody else. Drone upgrades, they will occur as soon as they are minted on chain. That's the first step, and then all this new ecosystem with the IXE token will be introduced. Then you will be able to upgrade them. It's in the pipeline for the next 2 months, for sure. What will happen with the wallet connection that has the issue with 12.16.21? Yeah, I mean, so this is why one of the reasons why we're doing the entire Web3 transition. I have been announcing this and trying to inform you as much as possible. More information will come. It's being translated into several languages. So in order to try to understand, when we sold the PIX in the beginning, we then created the Merkle tree, which was connected to the wallet you had at the time, to your account. So when we created the Merkle tree, the 16th of December, that's the connection you had with the PIX ID. So if you connected to the game with a different wallet, which is basically the same as somebody else is coming to your profile with a completely new wallet, they aren't able to trade your PIX, which is the same as you connect a new wallet. So that's why we're doing this big transition now. So if you have lost your seed phrase, your password, if you've been hacked or scammed or whatever before, now is your chance to connect with your new wallet, and we will help you to make the transfers from the old Merkle trees with your PIX IDs to the new wallet. However, we can never touch minted PIX on chain already. The only thing we can do is the unminted PIX, to reassign those PIX to your new wallet address. So this is what we're working on now. It will be a big and demanding work for us, and we hope that you help us to spread this to all the players that might be affected by this issue. So yeah, lost seed phrase and had PIX. Yeah, so Zach from Kenya, that's the same thing.
So just to explain, if you were on the open sea and you have a wallet and you drop it in the middle of the ocean The wallet will sink to the bottom of the sea. The funds, your money, your driver's license, whatever you had in your wallet at that time when it dropped to the bottom of the sea, what are your chances of finding that wallet? Quite slim. And it's the same thing here. The 12 words, they are your wallet. And if you lose the 12 words, as you can imagine, it's quite difficult to find these 12 words in your head, or if you don't find a piece of paper you hopefully wrote it down on, it's quite difficult to recover the assets that are connected to the wallet.
So yeah, be careful. Don't share your seed phrase with anyone. Keep it in a safe place. And this is what the entire Web3 is about, the decentralization. Nobody owns your wallet. How much I would have wanted, I can never restore something that's in your wallet.
And just to add, the MetaMask, the Wallet Connect, the Trust Wallet, they're just an application projecting the funds that are connected to the 12 words. The 12 words are your actual wallet, and the MetaMask, the Wallet Connect, and the Trust Wallet is an application showing what is connected to your wallet. So if you have your 12 words, you can always open it up again.
Then we get some questions about the P Euro. Yeah, we will open up a new window for P Euro packs. So there's a lot of players still having P Euros. I know you paid a lot of money for them, so of course you will be able to spend them. So more info about that. How many months does staking is suggested in PlanetIX? Yeah, this is up to you. It's the market to decide. If it's a big difference between 3 months and 12 months, and you hopefully you think you will be here for a long period of time, then stake for 12 months. You get higher rewards. If you want a shorter lockup period and get some return back, and then you can use those IXTs to buy more picks, develop territories, maybe sell territory. I mean, this is all dependent on your strategy. I encourage you to try it out. Talk with other players and see how they are doing it.
And never forget that we are in early stages of PlanetIX. We have a total of 1.7 billion picks available, and we have sold around 400 million, which means we have 75% more picks to be sold. A lot of people can come in. You are, at the moment, it's fine. You can probably stake some of your IXT and keep on trading with some of your IXT. It's up to you how you strategize your game. As Christopher was saying, we cannot decide what you think is better. We all have a different mind. We all have a different way of trading, investing. And it's the same thing here. What do you believe? What do you think? If you believe in a project, you probably want to take care and take the opportunity to use the boost of the 12-month staking period. But if you think of the project as a more short-term investment, then you probably wouldn't want to choose the 12-month.
So it's up to you guys. Hola, buenos días. Yeah, so we will, I mean, again, we need help with the translations. If you want to get these, we will make sure that the video goes online. We don't have capacity or the possibilities to translate in all the different languages. Pero sí, si tenemos ayuda, podemos traducir a español también. Muchas gracias a ti. So again, yeah, we will create a group as well, I think on Telegram or in Discord maybe, where we will use the community, every one of you, to help us to translate the text and videos like this, because it's in everybody's interest that as many people as possible get this message. So you have many good questions, and yeah, it's not everybody can attend these calls. So we will provide all the necessary information from our end, and then we need your help to reach as many as possible. And then we get a couple of questions about email notification, in-game messaging, and I guess.
It's a good question. It's a valid question, and it is something we are investigating. We need to find the best solution.
We're already working on it.
Yeah.
It's in the scope for the near future. We see the demand and we understand it. The only thing we want to be certain about is how we implement it. Is it through emails? Do we need to create an in-game messaging system? Is it only on bids? Is it free for everybody to text back and forth? How do we do with language barriers? So I mean, it's in the pipeline for the next couple of months. I know the devs are working on different solutions and the product team as well, but yeah, for now use Discord. I think that's the best way to keep
and also
tagging people.
And also bear in mind that if you are playing every day, maybe you spend a couple of hours every day, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have the time or the lust to do it every day. Maybe I'm, accessing my account every third day, every fourth day, or every fifth day. So you need to stay a little bit more patient. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens directly. For some of it does. You might get a reaction directly when you place a bid, but you might not. So if you have placed a bid, you perhaps should leave it for a couple of days before you get frustrated of not receiving a response, because we are all different. We all have different time to spend in PlanetIX. We want them, of course, we want you to be able and to enjoy it as much as you do. And but we have to let players play the way they want.
Yeah. Is there a way to see when you placed your bid on the map apart from going to every bid individually? There is a feature where you can zoom in on the map and then you can go to manage bids. Again, it's being developed. This is only the first step. Even if it's a big update, it's only the first step in what's to come. So all of this will be happening. Some AOCs are not active. I think we covered that. Using Web3 to log in instead of user. If we change the current Web3 wallet before new snapshot, what happens to existing minted pics that were minted under the old wallet address? Do we need to have our minted pics? Yeah, so you will get all this information. I just wrote a 3-pager to explain all of this. But again, to sum it up, if you have minted pics in your old wallet, those pics are on that old wallet. We will probably add a transfer button so you can transfer from the old one to the new one. If you have access to the old one, that's a good solution. But with the snapshot, on the 13th of May, we take a snapshot with your new wallet or same wallet as you've already had. Then we will change the Pix IDs from the Merkle tree to this new wallet. So, yeah, and you can still use 2 wallets. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the game either. If you have some Pix on one wallet, I have 2 wallets as well. So, I mean, you can sell them back and forth, you can trade them, you can build different strategies. Later, when we develop the DAOs and the team, it will all come together in a nice way. Is there a way we can migrate minted pics attached to? Okay, so that's what we covered. Hello, Eva. Why there can edit username? Yeah, okay, so this is a new issue for us where people edit their usernames to 1000x or 200x or something. I'm manually changing them myself as soon as I see it in the database. So, and we will be adding some limits to what you can call yourself. This is a new thing that just came up. So, but yeah, we're on it. We will, you need to be able to edit your username. That's a feature we want to have in the game. I think it makes most sense as well. But yeah, we are looking into it. So it won't be too similar to somebody else, and it should definitely not be a number and then IXT, because that's misleading. It probably comes from someone trying to fool other players with this. But again, I want to emphasize that it's important that you check your incoming bids. And before you accept them, make sure, I mean, it says current bid or the bid, and then an IXT value. Don't get fooled by just accepting because you think it's a high bid. And the bid is in green and the username is in red. So that's also something we encourage people to double check. It's your picks, but we will do our best from our end as well. Family, where each family member has a different login. I mean, in the end, you do what you need to do with the logins, different accounts. If you want to share MetaMask, share MetaMask. But I really recommend you to know what that means if you share MetaMask with someone. If you have two different accounts in the same MetaMask, learn how that affects and who can make which transactions. Because it's non-custodial, it's decentralized, and it's your wallet, it's your assets, it's your responsibility. If you, we will go through this in text. I think that's a lot easier to explain different scenarios when we do this new merge. And I think our recommendation is that every player has their own MetaMask, so they can play with their assets. Then you can send and trade between friends and family members. But if you have the same MetaMask, you are at the greater risk of whatever issue might occur. I would like to know that I do not have any picks minted from Cargo Drop. So yeah, I just got an update from the devs. The Merkle tree is on its way. I think we will, or they told me that on Monday we will release the new Merkle tree. It's been so many things to do, to be completely frank, and they've been working with we've been focusing on the map speed and the marketplace and all these new updates. So we've been falling a bit behind on the Merkle tree, but it's coming on Monday. And then our intention with the pack sales and the picks is that you get them instantly, especially if you choose express delivery. The goal is that to happen the same day, even within 2 hours. When that will happen is too early to say now. I'm just saying that's our goal. So it will just keep developing and progressing and become better and better. Sell picks privately. We created the marketplace to be the fundament of the trading of the picks. That's where we are creating the contracts. We are setting the framework. That's how we can control what's happening. If you want to discover or try out other solutions outside of PlanetIX with selling and buying picks, there's always solutions to everything. So you, it's not something we recommend, no. But of course there are solutions. I haven't looked into them, but what I can say is that we create the marketplace to trade picks and territories and other in-game assets. That's the safest and best way to trade picks. And again, if you've studied the white paper and the game book, you also know that PlanetIX doesn't take a single dollar or IXT for any transactions on the marketplace. The 5% in commission goes to a wallet that will later go to the landmark shareholders. So all the commission goes back to the community. Okay, let's see. I think there's a lot of questions. I still have 100 messages to read through. I think we try to wrap it up. I think we have time for 2 more questions, and then an hour has passed already. We will, like I said, we will post this online. We're more than happy to accept help from you, the community, for translations. So let's figure that out. It's probably best if you talk to Strindberg about that. So let's choose. Which question do you want, Strindberg? Wait. No, then we don't wait.
No.
That's JB. You can stop that nonsense.
Immediately those.
Okay. That's something we covered. It's a lot of repeating questions now. Yeah, stop spamming. I didn't see that. If we saw it, we would probably kick you out. Okay. This one is for you, Strindberg. Is there a plan to have a counter-offer feature available in the marketplace so that we can counter-offer on the bids that comes from other players?
Absolutely. It is a really good idea. Thank you so much for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the best way to interact with another agent of change because we are currently interacting by trading. At the moment, you can receive a bid, you can kind of counter offer it by listing it on the marketplace. So if you have an unlisted picks that you receive an incoming bid of, let's say 2 IXT, you think it's too low, you can list that picks on the marketplace for whatever you think it is worth, maybe 5 IXT. Then the person who placed the bid will probably see, this guy is wanting 5 IXT for his picks. Then the guy who placed the bid in the first place can choose to accept it or like buy it now from the marketplace or do another counter offer.
Yeah.
Saying 4 IXT. And you can sort of do a counter offer at the moment.
So you could already do it, but I think that what this particular question was about is that if that counter offer is directly to the person who was making the bid. And yes, that's something we will implement soon. Everything is set. We have the logic ready. We know how we want to create it. We have the design, the graphics, everything is done. We just need to implement it in time in the marketplace contract. Everything, again, we're early, we're developing, and it's quite complicated code with the smart contracts, and it has to work seamlessly. Okay, so last question. I think we go for the raffles. One question is how to get the raffle. So I hope you all appreciate our effort in making Lucky Cats, our in-game competition and contest company, more accessible by having daily raffles now. This is in an attempt to get more people engaged in the raffles and also more people winning the raffles. It's still early. We just started the raffles a couple of months ago. So we will keep experimenting, trying, increasing maximum amount of tickets, decreasing maximum amount of tickets. We will have spontaneous raffles. We will have many different things with the raffles. Also, the raffles will not only be landmark shares. We will have raffles about maybe some drones, maybe some gravity grade packs, maybe some new facilities coming. So there will be a lot of raffles happening. Lucky Cat is your provider, so that's the place to be. We're also, with this Web3 transition thing, we will move all the assets on chain. So we will move your raffle tickets. Now they're in the database, we will move them on chain. But that's for another AMA, and I think that's it for today.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you everybody for joining us. All the great questions.
Yes, thank you so
super
much.
happy to see the engagement. I can encourage you to go to Twitter. We posted and retweeted today from Polygon Studios, official partnerships with them. It's been in the making for quite some time now. That's something we're really happy about. and we're just crushing it on all levels. Look at all the statistics page, DAP.com, DAP Radar, Polygon has daily Polygon. It's really good numbers, and we're just ramping up day by day. We're increasing on different levels. So again, thank you everybody for being a part of this amazing journey. Thanks for Strindberg for making his debut.
It was really nice to be here. I enjoyed it a lot, and thank you so much for all the good questions.
Cool. See you next time.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.